Hey there, and welcome to the Private Jet Flight Attendant Hub. I'm America Young, and when we talk about being a private jet flight attendant, we usually talk about how you can offer amazing service to all your passengers and clients. Now, there are some clients out there who just seem like they are impossible to please, or that maybe they're having a rough day, and no matter how sweet you are, and no matter how much you make, every request happen. They're just either ungrateful or expressionless, or they just really seem like they're in a bad mood and there's nothing that you can do to change that. But today I want to talk to you about dealing with the people who serve you when you're on the ground on a layover. So whether you are going into the FBO and dealing with somebody really tough at the front desk, or if you're at a hotel or at a restaurant, there are just some people out there who they either have something going on in life. Maybe they're not happy people, maybe they're just not, have a lot of expression. Because there are, the people who just serve amazing and treat you amazing, but I want to talk to you about the people who just seem like, man, they don't want to be here, and why are they making my experience miserable? But we all like to hear our own names. So I want to talk to you about a couple different situations that I've had that where, somebody's been serving me. I'm like, man, this person just should not be in customer service. So I usually go to one particular hotel in New York, and I've been going for probably 2 years. And every time I go down for breakfast, there is one guy. His name is Miguel. And every time I get down there, I'm like, good morning, or, can I be seated? Can I order this? May I please have ketchup for my potatoes? May I please have coffee? Or even one time, goodness, we asked for our checks to be split. The eye roll that came out of this man, I'm going, sorry, I'm trying to ask as politely and sweetly as I possibly can, but they're just not getting anything to him, right? So one day I thought, we like to hear our own name. You like to hear your own name. I love to hear my own name. So I imagine everybody out there loves to hear their own name. So I started calling him by name every morning. Good morning, Miguel. And that was the first time he piped up, what? Huh? Okay. His really rough exterior kind of softened a little bit. And so every chance that I got, I would sneak in his name. Not hey, Miguel this, Miguel this, Miguel this, Miguel this, but he'd come over and be like, oh, thank you, Miguel, or how's your day going, Miguel? And from there, anytime I asked for anything, he was right on it. Because previously, anytime I asked for, oh my goodness, I either didn't get it or it was really slow. So now that I started calling him by name, everything has changed. And now he pleasantly shows up, and it has brought that really tough exterior down. And it's just been so much better, I hope, for him, but it's been way better for me. So call people by name if possible. And another time at a different restaurant, there was a lady who, oh my gosh, again, just rough exterior. Anytime I was like, hey, good morning, may I have coffee, please? I'll tell you what, that coffee sometimes didn't even show up. So then I learned, let's start calling her by name as well. And now, I'd be like, oh, good morning, Maria. Oh, again, she pipes up. And then I even started asking her questions what's new with you? I started talking to her like we had gone way back. And I'll tell you what, service has incredibly improved. And her smile, her countenance, everything has changed about her now that I started calling her by name. So when you are out and about, if you can see a name tag on the people who are serving you in some capacity, call them by name. I bet you the service will change quite a bit if you can call them by name. Because, usually on the airplane, you're probably not wearing your name. This isn't the commercial airlines where a lot of people do have their name tag on and their wings. You probably don't even have wings on, But so if you can hear your name, you love that. If you see their name, call them by name. Or if you don't see a name tag, ask them, when you first sit down at a restaurant, or you first go in to check in at a hotel, ask them what their name is, because I guarantee you that can make the difference between somebody having a really bad day and they're taking it out on you in their customer service, and then changing that to, now they're a little bit more engaged because, they're hearing their name and they want to treat you well because something has witnessed to them in their heart that they're like, oh, okay, I don't have to be in this really bad mood right now. Okay, you never know what's going on in somebody else's name or world. So try to speak to them using their name. get to know them just a little bit. Ask them questions. Now, I understand that you have been serving, a lot of people all day long. You probably don't want to hear about somebody else's life story, and I'm not asking you to hear about somebody else's life story, but get to know somebody just a little bit, even if it's one moment, or especially if you are at the same place over and over and over again. So think about how you treat people who serve you. Of course, I know you want to be a really good client so you can get good service, but if you're just not able to get good service, turn around and start calling them by name and then asking a little bit about them. And I guarantee you, at least 90% of the time, that is gonna make a huge difference for you. So anyways, guys, thanks for being here. If you have any more questions about being a private jet flight attendant, I have lots of resources down below. Fly safe, and I'll see you on another video.